Hi, everybody. There's going to be a little bit of background noise today because I am moved to the country actually. So I started off 30 days of authenticity in Seattle city limits, and now I am over in an area of town called Belfair at my cousin's. I'm house sitting for the weekend, taking care of a horse and an alpaca and two goats and a bunch of chickens and three dogs and two bunnies and then Rumi, my beautiful, wonderful cat or kitten that walked into my life, literally walked into my lap when I was sitting outside earlier this week. So there might be a little bit of barking or noise in the background. My battery is pretty low, so I'm going to have to try to make this really quick, but I wanted to just jump in and talk about the last week of 30 Days of Authenticity and what the whole series this time around has meant for me. So it's my third time doing it. The first was when I wrote it. The second was when I recorded the Authentic Moments of Clarity last summer, and I went through each day. And then the last time has been in community, which has been like it's blown my heart wide open. And yeah, I have lived my dreams and I've gone through my like worst fears. Like both of those things have happened this month. Week one was about how we think about things. Week two was about diving into the shadows and uncovering some of our unconscious thought patterns, beliefs, things we haven't previously wanted to pay attention to, we've been running away from, but with light and love. The third week was about getting visionary about our future. So I honestly believe, and this comes from Theory U and Seattle Shawarma, that we have two qualities of time that we can engage with, like a present moment that is an extension of the past, where we're re-downloading our habitual patterns, as well as a present moment that taps into our emergent future, so our highest future potential. And it's about tapping into that emergent future. So I ask us to connect into our future selves on the first day of the third week, and then each day we build off of that. And then this last week, week four, was about, okay, so we've gotten visionary about our future. What do we feel like is holding us back from stepping into it? I will link the first 3 weeks, my reflections on that, down below. I'm not going to get into what that showed up for me, but I will talk about week four. So what I felt like was holding me back was trust. Trust in myself, trust in you, trust in my higher self, trust in the universe, like trust in everything. It's like I have so much uncertainty. I don't know where I'm going to be living. I have a place to live right now with my cousins, but I don't know where I'm going to be living, like outside of this temporary situation. I don't know what my job situation is. I have all of these visions and desires and passions and things that I want to do, but it's like they're not actually, I'm not doing them yet. I'm starting to step into them, but they're not tangible in everything, like the relationships I want, the job or employment situation, my accommodation, my home. So it's like I've been asked to get as comfortable as I can in the unknown, and that's so hard for me because I'm a planner, I'm a doer, I'm a person that likes to like figure everything out like right now in this moment, and that's just not physically possible for me. So this last week has been about letting go of that attachment to what something is specifically going to look like. So what my home will look like, or what my job situation will look like, or all of these other things, and just trust that I'll be guided step by step, one step at a time, into what's mine to do next. So the first day was, God, what was the first day? I'm real. We got real, and I identified that trust was my thing. The second day was intentional. So that is where I asked us to get intentional about it, and that feeds into what I was just sharing. It's like, in order to move into the unknown, confidently into the unknown, I need to remember and know that I'm not on my own, that I have my higher self, that I have my inner child that I've been holding so strongly throughout the course of these last 30 days. And I have you guys. So it's just moving into that, and also that it's one step at a time. I keep tripping myself up when I feel like I have to have everything planned out, but I don't. All I ever have to have or all I ever need to focus on is what's next. Like, what's my immediate next step? And then sort of release everything else and trust that it'll all come through, and I'll be guided and you'll be guided, and it will all sort of manifest and pan out as it's supposed to. The next day was grateful, so we then tried to shift gears and see how we can find gratitude in our situation. And for me, it was like, I have never felt more deeply connected to my higher self than I ever have before. I've also never felt more intimately connected to little Maria, to this inner child that lives within me that gets freaked out and she gets scared, but she also gets so excited. And it's like I can tap into both of those, my higher self, and know that she's in control. That was what she told me when I tapped into her on day 15. I am visionary. She said, just trust me. I've got this. That was her message to me. And it's what I keep going back to over and over again. So it's like trusting her, holding my inner child when she's scared or sad or mad or angry, but also like sharing her excitement and her joy and her childlike sense of wonder about literally everything that's going on around us. So day 24, I'm grateful, was about that. Day 25, I'm open, was just about being open to this journey and how much my life has literally transformed from the start of this month to now. I'm a completely different person, and it's like I'm doing all these things I never imagined that I would be doing. I'm going to be starting my own company soon. More to come there as it becomes more clear. And I'm, navigating, learning how to receive unconditional love, and releasing some relationships in my life that just didn't serve me, to open up to ones that do. And so that was what being open was open to the whole experience, and just how beautiful and powerful the community too has been within 30 days of authenticity. Like, everybody has shown up and shared their hearts and what's they've just been so vulnerable and so open, and it's just been so beautiful and healing to witness. And then the one after that was, I can't remember actually, and my battery's gonna die, so I'm not gonna look it up. But then the last 2 days are about I am receiving. So in my blog below, I'm gonna put the 10 things that I learned about myself throughout the course of the last 30 days. And then today, the final day, it's I give everybody the flexibility and freedom to decide how they want the final day of 30 days of authenticity to be for them. So it's the intention is I am, and then it's up to everybody else to figure out what that looks like for them. So for me, I have made my final day 30. It's I am love, light, power, and balance. And love, I consider my core operating program. So it's like the essence of my being, and it's what has allowed me to show up this month, even moving through, honestly, like the most traumatic situation I've had to deal with so far yet in life. But I moved through it with love. And then light is about my consciousness, and uncovering the unconscious with light. It's about becoming consciously aware of everything and loving everything. Power is about paying attention to and recognizing the power in my thoughts and in my being and in my ability to create my own reality to serve me for my highest good. And it's like, as my consciousness expands, so will my power, because the two are very intimately linked. And then balance is all about recognizing that I'm not just good or bad. I'm the balance between them both. So I'm not just negative or positive. I'm the balance between them both. I have masculine and feminine energies within me, and I'm the balance. I'm the most powerful in light and love when I am working in balance and in harmony with all of me, and not saying one thing is good and one thing is bad. They all are. And they're all a part of me. They're all a beautiful, authentic expression of who I am. So it's I'm love, light, power, and balance. And then the final part, which has been what 30 days of authenticity really has been for me, is oh, there's a hawk. Is having an acceptance of what is, like what really is going on. So the final part is I am here, and it's I am here with an open embrace in light, love, power, and balance of all that I am. All that I am, all that you are, to learn to love and embrace and accept me just as I am, but also you. So it's been life changing. This course has been life changing, and I've been so grateful to experience it. And the crazy part to me is it's my third time, as I said at the beginning of the video, but it's every single time it's gone deeper. And now I know what unconditional love is, and I know how to receive it, and I know how to give it to myself. And I have the most intimate connection to my higher self and my inner child that I've ever had. And this visionary future that's becoming more tangible and physical every single day, and just this excitement to allow it to emerge. Okay, I'm back. It all died. My computer died. So I think I was almost done. So I was talking about love, light, power, balance, and being here. And that's really the main takeaway for me with 30 Days of Authenticity this time around, is actually really showing up and being honest with myself. We're going to have a kitty join here shortly. Being honest with myself with exactly how I'm feeling, the reality, the actual physical reality of what's going on in my life, not my fantasized version, but the reality of it all, and the acceptance of that, and the power in the acceptance of that, even when it might be painful, and I might want it to be different than what it is, but it is what it is, and I can either accept it and embrace it and let go of things that don't serve me, or I can resist it and try and pretend that things are different and just create my own suffering. So that's really been key. So that's the I am here. So I am love, which is my operating system. I am light, which is my consciousness. And using both of them. So illuminating the shadows, right, with light and love. I am power, which is about, again, the power of all of that, the power of my consciousness and my ability to shift and transform and alchemize. Like, we've all become alchemists. I've said that. That's been another theme within 30 Days of Authenticity, is that it's been about inner alchemy, and learning to love our quote unquote darkness, right? And the things that we previously judged as quote unquote bad. And then balance is about integration of the two, because we're always two halves. There's a light and a dark, a light and a shadow to everything. And it's not about being all one and none of the other. It's, for me personally anyways, it's about a balance and an integration and a harmony between the two. And then being here, accepting the reality of my situation and the circumstances and the things going on in my life. So that's what day 30 is for me. It's I am love, light, power, and balance, and I am here. And then I think my final thought is just that I've been so, there's been moments throughout the 30-day journey where I honestly wasn't sure if I could show up. I was dealing with a lot this month, a lot. And what was amazing to me was I didn't have to. I could come just as I was, which at some moments was a heartbroken little 3-year-old, and the people within the community just allowed me to see that that's okay. That even when I'm not quote unquote perfect, or, feeling at my quote unquote best, like, I'm still loved. And that's been so transformative for me to realize that even expressing my pain, and my sadness and my heartbreak, like, the people that truly do unconditionally love me will be there. And then just seeing everybody else's bravery, it's not easy to show up and share exactly what's going on. It's easy to share your joy, but it's not necessarily easy to share your pain or your sadness or your heartbreak, because there's this element of fear and of judgment. Like, are people still, how are other people going to respond? Like, are they still going to love me? And I don't mean to put quotes under that. That's actually a serious thing I felt, and I'm sure the other people in the community did too, but they were so brave and they did it. And every single day, like, especially on those moments where I wasn't sure if I could show up, I'd go onto the platform and someone would post something so inspiring, and it was served as medicine for my soul and my heart and little Maria and me. So this whole experience has changed my life. It's really changed my life, and it's so incredible to me, because I know it's just the start. The launch of 30 Days of Authenticity is the launch of my work in this realm. And if this has been this transformative, and I'm going to intentionally spend the next 3 months kind of mapping out my next steps to launch my own company. It's just and in conscious connection with my higher self, like who knows, who knows what's to come. So I've been incredibly grateful for this journey and everything I've uncovered, and the deepening also of my relationships with the people that do unconditionally love me, and the knowledge that they'll be there for me even when I'm not, you know, at my best or living up to their expectations, or not that they have expectations, but they'll be there for me regardless of whether or not I am joyful and excited as I am right now, or heartbroken and sad, and navigating through integration, navigating through shining some light with love on something I need to surface and pay attention to then come into harmony, power, and balance with it. So that's been 30 days. There's so much more to come here. I will keep you all informed as I know more, but what I do know is I'll be forming my own company, probably launching in 2021. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited for what it is and what it will be, and I'm grateful for you, whoever you might be, for tuning in and paying attention to my journey, and just being here. So thank you. Down below, I have included my written reflections on both day 30 and day 29. So again, day 29 was I'm receiving, and I have captured 10 things I've learned about myself, and then the written, I am light, love, power, balance, and here too, my written explanation of what that all means to me. So thanks for tuning in. I love you guys, and more to come. All right, take care of yourselves. Send in lots of love. Bye.